Hey guys, today I'm going to be explaining a titration curve, so I'm just going to get straight into it. So this dotted line right here on the titration curve, the point it leads to is called the equivalence point. So this is when the equivalence point, I'm going to give an example of if it's a titration of a weak acid with a strong base. So let's say we have acetic acid with potassium hydroxide. Weak acid, strong base. Evidently, we know that one is going to carry, right? It's going to be the KOH because it's strong and it's much stronger of a base compared to, let's say, the strength of acetic acid. So at this point, at the equivalence point of like a curve that's showing a weak acid with a strong base, your pH is always going to be greater than 7, right? Because you're going to exceed the basic range, and the basic range is usually around 14, but I've never seen it really go past 13, but okay. But next, and also there's vice versa. Let's say it's a weak base with a strong acid. Also, let me label the axes here. So we have pH and we have volume of NaOH added. So this is actually this is a weak acid with a strong base, but it's NaOH instead as your base, and I'm just gonna say acetic acid as your acid. So the maximum buffering. Okay, actually, let me go to the halfway point before I get to that. So the halfway point is exactly half of the equivalent point. So if your equivalence point is at 50 milliliters, your halfway point is going to be at 25 milliliters. So your halfway point occurs right here. And the reason it's important to note what your halfway point is because it can actually save you a lot of calculations. At your halfway point, your pH is equal to your pKa. So if there's a certain step and it's telling you the 25 milliliters, you won't need to go through because this is a buffering, so you can use this formula, but you won't need to go through all this because this is 0 and the ratio is the same, so it cancels out, and your pH is simply the negative log of your Ka. So next, the next thing to sort of note here is, okay, so past this halfway point, the next thing to note here is maximum buffering. Buffering is a solution's resistance to change in pH. So the maximum buffering is not going to occur when the solution gets more basic. It's going to occur in the beginner ranges from, let's say, here to here. Let's just say maximum, but this is an estimate, okay? And then basically, if it asks you what the pH is at the beginning when 0 milliliters of base have been added, so 0 milliliters of NaOH, you simply are going to go to where the pH is at 0. So whatever it is, so it's like, let's say this is about 2.5. So before any base is added, the pH is about 2.5. And you can see that for a while it resists change. So up until almost up until the halfway point, this is a really, the buffer is working, right? It's resisting change, it's to the most it can, right? It's not probably exceeding 3. So from right here, this is your maximum buffering. And then after here, you see a rapid increase, and then it slows down. And this is because past the equivalence point, the concentration of, let's say, I'm just going to put OH as my base to show you guys, is going to exceed my acid. So now my pH becomes solely dependent on my base, and it's sort of like an extra step.